That'll be interesting. Okay, we are live on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Instagram's coming soon. So, welcome back, everyone. How's it going, Aaron James?
Doing so great, Dr. Cody. Always a pleasure. It's been a little bit since we've been on together.
Yeah, we gotta. I need to post. We had such a good hike with your cats, and I haven't got to post that picture. I'm gonna post that
Yeah.
picture. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
I gotta say, we looked pretty adorable together. Two grown men walking some leopards while they're hunting and everything. We looked great. And you
Yeah, that's
handled it
true.
well. You're very brave. They're very brave. So
Well,
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
since then, just to everyone, I just want everyone to know, I went out to one of Aaron's rewire and rave. I always get it backwards.
Right.
First you rewire, then you rave. But
That's right.
and I got to go out last month, and it was truly life changing. I think I've had a few life changing moments from um, my illness and psychedelics, and breath work is one of the third things. And I gotta say, I was in full tears, profound, full psychedelic, I'd say channeling and intuition at his breathwork event. It was probably 25, 30 people there. And I flew from Colorado going to Utah. It was worth the trip. And I just want to just promote that a little bit because it was freaking awesome. It was
Thank you,
awesome.
brother. Really appreciate it. It was the in-person session with incredible people, no psychedelics, no alcohol, just pure breath, connection, depth, release, and really was happy to have you there. And it was your birthday, so that was really fun to celebrate you on that day. So love you, brother. Thank you so much. And today we're going to talk about natural, drug-free weight loss transformation, a real thing that's going on, a real thing we've been talking about for months now. And something that I got to say, Dr. Cody, out of everybody I know in the health and wellness, there's some people doing some amazing things out there, and there's some incredible breakthroughs out there, but I haven't seen anybody that has for specifically women, what is it, 30-ish to 55 is your range?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Working specifically with women and seeing the drastic results, not only in weight loss, but then mindset improvement in emotions, improvement in how they see and value themselves, and also the hormone resets and the emotional reset. So we're here to talk about that. Like, how are you doing this? I'm just really wanted to share with the audience of women on my end, anybody else who's tuning in, like that if you're having challenges with your weight loss, if you're having challenges with depression or anxiety or any of these things going on with your body, Dr. Cody's has an amazing program. And so let's talk a little bit about it. Like, what is it from the start, and maybe a little bit of the story to get it going?
Yeah. Thanks for asking, man. So to start off with, we're really doing this promotion because next Tuesday I'm going to go through in detail the entire process of what I've done. But to go back, when I was 24, I was in bodybuilding, natural bodybuilding, and within about 9 years after that bodybuilding phase, I started getting fat. Like I had a belly, and I knew how to work out. I was a doctor. I knew how to like do the right things. I knew how to eat right, and I found that none of that stuff worked. And so over the years, this was an important piece. Health has been one of the top priorities for me, and it's like one of my natural things that I think God wants me to bring to others, because I've experienced moments where I am incredibly unhealthy, and my purpose in life didn't matter, my relationships didn't matter, my money didn't matter, none of it mattered. And so health, and I started going, okay, why should I lose fat? Was a few things. I was tired. It's not just because I had extra fat. I was fucking tired. I didn't sleep really good. I was more emotional, and I started having more aches and pains in my body. So that's what led me to go, what's going on? And in the meantime, I had patients that were going to Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, paleo, keto, and I saw my patients doing this trend where they would do a fast or whatever thing they were doing, they would lose weight and gain it back. And what I found was every time they'd lose weight and gain it back, every time someone would starve themselves to lose weight and gain it back, every time they did that, they would screw up their hormones and they'd make it harder to get the weight off next time. That's what I was watching my patients do. So through observing them and looking at myself, I literally figured out a way to reset our hormones. And when I say this is that your hormones, when you're born, your hormones are designed, they're looking for fat. So you have a higher IQ when you burn fat. You have better sleep when you burn fat. You literally manage emotions better. If you run a business, you will literally have more capacity to have more money and have more energy and have more attention to make better decisions and intuition if you burn fat. These are all the things. It's not so much because you're looking fat. It's because this is the fuel that God gave you to burn. And so I became a sugar burner. And what that means is fat stayed on my body. I was burning sugar. I was craving sugar. And so there's more chance of disease and illness. There's terrible sleep, terrible energy. And so at 35, I felt like shit. So now at truly finding this process, that was what made me lead to like going, okay, how do we reset our hormones? And I want people to understand this, that you've got 60 hormones in your body. Most people know about 3 of them. Most doctors can list off maybe 10. And what's interesting is we probably have more than 60, but we haven't found them all because the body is so complex. So one of the big things I found was I wanted to understand how do we work with what's already there? Not how can I inject something in? And I have no judgment, but for example, HCG, Ozempic, Wegovy, all these things that are being injected in the body, I now am watching what's happening is people lose weight slowly, very slowly. They're off the injection, and then the body goes right back to what it was because you didn't fix your hormones. So we have a way to naturally reset your hormones the way they're intended to be. And your hormones are not designed to stop working at 40. It does not work like that. So we don't have any drugs. We don't even have people even working out. We eat real food. There's no shakes. This is the real deal of really setting yourself back, not just for fat loss, but to have sustained energy, to get your energy back. I feel better at 48 than I did at 35 and even at 25. And it's fun for me to hear women go, Dr. Goleman, I'm 75. I feel like I'm 25 again. Mm-hmm. That makes me feel so freaking good. It makes me also go, what have we adopted or what do we believe from our healthcare system that is not true? Yeah. What is it? That you get sick as you get older, you get fat as you get older, and you should feel like shit as you get older. None of that.
Your hormones are stopping, like you said. Like whatever study came out, whatever company pushed those studies that were not even double blind probably, and just people started believing them. Like there's so many untruths in there. So you're great at stomping that out. What I also want to point out is you haven't just done this, a few hundred times. How many people have you run through your program?
I mean, man, because I had a beautiful chiropractic office, and we tested this over and over and over again, probably a few thousand people now over the last 17 years that we've done this with. And most of these people, I was just on a call with someone just now. She used to be 300 pounds and she starved herself to lose the weight, but there's a certain point where that stops working. Most of these people that see me have done everything for trying this, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Well, so, yeah, thank you. That's easy.
Yeah. Get it out.
Yeah.
Allergic to all the stories and all the bullshit out there.
Yeah, that's right.
So no, that's beautiful. And you're working with this as well. I've also reduced my sugar input drastically. I my body knows when there's sugar and something. Oop, I'm going to stop eating that. Like you get so sensitive to it. And this does also work for men, right? But you specifically work with women. That's why we're going to tailor in that, because I see some of the men in the comments and listening here and doing a full detox reset. Could you maybe speak to that real quick? If there's men listening as well, what is the difference there between the women and men, and also why do you focus on the women?
Oh, that's a great question. Listen, for the men, listen to this. This works. What I do works wonderfully for men. I'm the one that figured this out with myself. The reason I don't advertise to men is because of one big reason. After 20 years of working with patients, here's what I found about men and women. Men, we deal with more pain than women do, and we put up with more pain. We'll go through more pain before getting help. Women, if they got pain, they go and get things checked out. Why do I say that? Because what happens is I will watch men literally have a stroke and a heart attack and still not want to eat right. Women don't do that.
Okay.
Women don't do that. Women watch their husband get a heart attack and stroke, and they're the ones that go, maybe I should lose some weight. So what I love doing is I love helping women, and I love having men. When men come to my program, it's because when they watch their woman drop 15, 20 pounds, she feels sexy in her body. She wants to be naked in front of her husband.
Yeah.
She's confident on stage. That's the stuff that juices me up. You know, in partnership, we listen as men, women. I want to say this to you. We know when you don't feel good in your body. You can't hide it. The turning the lights off doesn't hide it. And we love you for all of you, but we want you to feel good inside. There's no amount of us telling you that you're sexy or look good that will make you feel that. And so what I notice is getting 15, 20 pounds off, it just changes our relationships. It changes our intimacy. It changes our sex. And so I love having men watch that happen. They get their woman back. They go, oh my God, I'm like, we feel turned on because you feel good about yourself, not because of how you look. So then that's when I'll have men go, hey, can you ask if it works for me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it works easily for men too. So
beautifully put. And that is a great strategy, right? Truly, men are more tuned in than they like to admit or like to act. So I think that's a great strategy. Now, the reset part is big. And most weight loss programs out there, let's say the stuff that's marketed, great in the front end, awesome, change kind of scale. And then we get to the top, and then what happens? It falls off. So the maintenance part is great. So a lot of programs can get great results, and then it drops off. So why is your program different on the back end of it? Let's talk about the emotional, the unconscious mind, all that kind of stuff, because that's a big piece to what you're doing.
Yeah, that's huge. So there's a few things to this, but if someone loses weight with calorie deficit, you're triggering survival mode. If you put yourself in survival mode, you cannot sustain the weight you lost. That's the first thing I want people to understand. So we don't do calorie deficits with people. We actually teach them to eat enough. And when you learn to lose weight by eating enough, that's actually sustainable because you get into thrival mode. And in regarding to the brain, survival mode is living like an animal. Thrival mode is living more human. Now, it's not right or wrong, but when you're in survival, you store fat. That's the whole point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we teach in 40 days, we teach people to eat enough, eat on time. We're not robbing ourselves of calories. And so we already are set up better for the long run. That's important because what we do in the beginning is what helps someone in the long run. And then secondly, the mindset thing that you talked about, most people have never discovered what's called, I like to call this your highest life priorities, or what you value most in your life. And we've got a quiz and a process that we run people through to discover their top 3 priorities. And this is an important piece. So let's just say, Aaron, let's say you're in a relationship and your top priorities are business, deep connection in relationships,
mm-hmm.
and personal growth. Let's say that's your
my values.
Your values, exactly.
My values, okay.
Let's say you're in a relationship with someone and their values are family, health, and let's say their relationships, okay? Mm-hmm. What's interesting is both of you are driven by different things, okay? So one of the things we do about halfway through the program, we actually help people discover their actual values, because I want to link your health decisions to your values, not someone else's. So we're going to link eating on time, going to bed on time, those things to your business, your relationships, and your health, for example. But for your partner, we're going to link her health decisions to her family. And when I find when we do that, that's what creates long-lasting change, because it's intrinsic motivation, not external motivation.
Beautifully put. And when you're in values conflict as a relationship, you can be in love and all these other things, but you're going to have this conflict in values, and values drive behavior, right? So we want to reassess those. And so that's part you and I do this work together. It's where it all kind of bridges together, is the unconscious stuff and this kind of stuff. So a lot of programs don't have that. A lot of programs do not add in this level of deep psychology and hypnotherapy and the unconscious mind and values. Like very, very few companies are talking about that. So, all right. So I know you've got something coming up. You've got like a master class that you're going to be doing. And tell me about that. Like what's going on and how can people learn more and go deeper than this conversation today?
Yeah, thanks for that. So in the comment, you're going to see there's a registration link for a webinar. Now, I'm super excited about this. I've put together all the freaking secrets. Seriously, I'm going to tell you that 90% of what, if you're watching this, 90% of what you've been told to lose weight, feel lean, and feel energetic and be vital is wrong. It's not accurate. And most people already know that because it doesn't work. So I sit at about I'm saying this because I'm a model for what I'm speaking. I sit at about a 13% body fat consistently. Aaron's seen me, over the last several years. I wasn't always like this. I was tired. My sleep was like shit. I felt like shit, and I was fat. And that sucks. It's not how we're meant to live. And so I'm going to show you exactly the steps to take to actually create a lean, energetic body. So we call it sustainable weight loss and boundless energy at any age. And I really love this because, listen, most people go, hey, I can do this at 20, but can you be fit and healthy and active and energetic at 40 or 50 or 60? Like I'm going to be, and I want to bring people with me. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that on the webinar. It's next Tuesday, September 23rd at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard. The link to it is in there. Just click the link and register. Everyone who shows up is going to get, I'm going to mail to you a free one of my B complex drops. And I
take those every morning. I love those. I don't have them with me.
Yeah, I was going to say I left them with Aaron James.
Raspberry is my favorite. Love raspberry flavor.
I think next time, but he took them to Burning Man. I'm going to go to Burning Man and bring the drops. It's like,
oh yeah, that's a great gift.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a good gift. Hey, can I get that link? I want to put it in my comments because I got a bunch of people. Look, I don't have that link. Okay, I want to put it in there.
Matter of fact,
just drop it to me wherever.
I'm going to send it to you in your text.
Okay, while you're doing that, so I want to say, like, personally, as a man, as your friend, I've seen you be consistent with your size, strength. You have a great physique. Yes, you're 13% body fat, but you also have muscle and like you've balance. And what's also interesting is you don't spend fucking hours in the gym. You're not like, it's like ease and grace with how you built your physique. And I think there's a lot to learn from that in undoing the stories that exist for many of us. Cause I've been what would you call a hard gainer? Like of course, eating is a big piece of it, eating right, but eating a lot, like a good amount to gain weight and muscle. Everybody, I put the Zoom registration link in my Instagram feed there.
Thanks, man.
But really, it's impressive to see you've done such a great job maintaining as long as we've known each other. I've seen you have these gains, but you're just like consistent. It's like Kaizen. You're always getting a little bit better and better and dialed in. And it's such a beautiful way to live. And if you don't mind, how old are you?
I'm 48.
You're 48. Like, dude, you don't even look like you're 40. And I'm 44. It's just amazing to watch how you are living, being your message. And that's part of why I wanted to have this conversation, is because I'm talking to other women about your program, sending you people. You and I have done Instagram lives. We're working on the Thriver on the back end with this. But I'm really proud of you. And I'm really thankful for you doing this kind of work for women and for men. And I want to acknowledge you, and I see you. And I really hope everybody listening understands the message. It's a free webinar. No, come get some more information from Dr. Cody. I've never met somebody as caring as this guy and as dedicated to results. So really, seriously, thank you for the results that you've done. Thank you for helping me on my journey. And thank you for helping all the people in my audience or people I send your way. It's really beautiful work you're doing. And I love to continue working with you as we work from Fast 40 to the maintenance and really help people not just change their weight and their hormones, but like truly transform the rest of our life, because people are seeing things, chronic illnesses or chronic dis-ease in their body going away like this on these resets. And it's been beautiful to really watch.
Yeah. Thanks for that, man. Thanks for that acknowledgement. Like I think I was put on this planet, and I think you were too. You and I are both here because we want people to live their best lives. Like
yeah, we do.
I love that, man. Nothing gets me more excited than that. And it means you and I, like, we get to lead, like we're going to walk our talk. And it's not about perfection. Like you and I, we don't try to get perfection, because that shit does not work either. No, it's just, it's just like, but like we're here to help others. And I think in terms of health, I don't think there's a bigger bang for your buck than really getting your body back. And then I watch people's relationships literally transform when they get their body back. It's really
Mhm.
wild, and you get your energy back. So anyway, thanks for having me on, buddy. I love doing these with you.
Okay, same. Love you so much, brother. We'll do another one. I think we got coming back on next week.
Yeah,
We'll be more consistent now that burning's been done. Life's back to normal. A lot of cool stuff going on, and I've got some really cool information on skincare for men and women that I want to talk about.
I can't
That's a whole nother level of this. So, thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
everyone. Have an amazing. What is it today? Wednesday.